We got several questions to go over and a test to go over so y'all can fail. All right. I'll extend it. Probably over the weekend or something. All right. So here we go. 6.2, number 9. 6.2, number 9. First of all, is it a test question? Yes. It is a test question. So write it down. You're going to do this on a calculator. Now, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to add NP0, NP1, NP2, NP3, and NP4. Now, I'm going to show you how to do it easily. Okay? Of course, y'all going to screw it up and break the handle with a banana, but I'm going to show you how to do it halfway decent. First of all, I told y'all, whenever you do one of these, to graph it, right? Yes, Hubert. No, Hubert. Yes. Thank you. So, what goes on 4? An open circle or a closed circle? Closed circle, Hubert. And then what is less than 4? 4, 3, 2, 1, and what? So you're going to do NP0 plus NP1 plus NP2 plus NP3, can't write, plus NP4. Now your calculator will do this for you. And you go to Binomial, what is it? Binomial, the first one, PDF. So let's pull up our handy dandy calculator, and I'm going to show you how to do this the easy way. So I'm going to pull up second bars, and I'm going to pull up Binomial PDF. And I'm going to type in, what's the, let's see, N is 13, and P is 0.2. So N is 13, P is 0.2.
Okay, why?
And the X value, I'm going to start with 0, because we read from left to right, so I'm starting with 0. And hit enter, and enter. There is the probability of 0, so I'm going to stow that. Where do you get bread? At the stove. So you're going to stow it. Stow, alpha, and I'm going to call it A, because it's my first number. Hit enter. Now you're ready to do, NP1. So you type in second, enter, and now you type in 1. And now you stow alpha B. Second, enter. Now you do what? 2. Stow alpha C. Now there's much harder ways to do it, which I know y'all probably will find a way to mess it up, but this is the easiest way to do it, unless you use the cumulative, and you could use the cumulative. I don't know if I've never used it before, but anyway, that's C. So what's next? That was what, 2, what was that? Which one did I do? I can't remember. I did 2. So now let's do 3, right? And we're going to call that stow alpha. What comes after C? D? And that was 3. 0, 1, 2. I done got mixed up now.
3.
That was 3. So now we do 4. Second, enter. And 4. And stow alpha E.
Yes.
And now what do you think you do? Alpha. You add them all up. Alpha A plus alpha B plus alpha C plus alpha D plus alpha C, or E, whatever. There you go.
0.900.
And 4 decimal places would be 0.9009. So that would be 0.9009. We got it right. Now there is a cumulative function you can use. So write that down. Everybody get your notebooks out and write that down, because that's going to be a test question. And I guarantee you some of y'all didn't know how to do that. Although there are some of y'all that think y'all know everything. You don't. So go ahead and put that in your notebook. I think you can use, let me try this, second vars binomial CDF, I believe. I don't know if it'll do it or not. How many trials? 13. 13. P is point what? 0.2. And I think it'll either give you the right or the left. If I do 4, it should, yeah. You can do normal CDF, binomial CDF. And what does the C stand for? The C stands for cumulative. Okay? So cumulative means add up everything from 0 to 4. So I typed in cumulative, and I typed in 13.2 and 4, and it did everything for you. Okay? So you can do it A, B, C, D, E, or you can do binomial CDF, and the CDF stands for cumulative. So write that down. Everybody write that down. Normal CDF, the C stands for cumulative, and it means from 0 to that number. So I got a question for y'all. What if I wanted to find, well, I don't know how that happened, but what if I wanted to find the following? What if I wanted to find at least, no, not at least. What if I wanted to find more than 4? We know this is what was it, 0.9009? So more than 4 would be everything above what? 4, which would be 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way up to what? 13. So what would that be? Well, what's 0.90? What's 90 cents minus from $1? 10 cents. So it's going to be 0.0001, something like that. Somebody take 90 cents. 0.000 or 1.1001 or something like that. What is it? 1 minus 0.9009. What does that come up to be?
0.0991.
There you go. 0.991. What's that called? Starts with a C. Complement. Remember me telling you in the notes, I told you that on these questions you have to draw what?
A number line.
Okay? Some of you are going to do that, some of you are not. Just like some of you are going to draw a picture of the normal curve, some of you are not. Some of you are going to get, some of you that don't draw the picture, draw the number line, you're going to get the answer wrong. And I'm sorry, you're not following essay directions. The second thing, you've got to know what these words stand for. Remember us going over those 5 or 6 things? And I told you, you've got to know what at least means. You've got to know what at most means. Remember me telling first day. So that's how you know how to do this. Okay? Now remember, binomial, I don't know if it's, is it PDF? PDF means individual. Each individual X. Everybody with me? Binomial CDF, that C stands for cumulative. So that means from 0 to what? The number X that you want. Okay? So there's several of those on the test because they're what? Short and what?
Sweet.
They're not racist. So that's gone. This one is number 10. Okay, so they give you, this is nothing but a calculator drill. This is a test question. N is equal to what? 6. P is equal to 0.35. And X is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what do you do? Plug and what? Plug and chug. Calculator drill. So do it. Some of y'all don't have calculators. You need to download them on your phone.
It's the indicators, the binomial distribution.
So take your handy dandy calculator. Second enter, second enter, second enter, second enter. And I'm going to call mine, let's see, that's 0.606 and 0.35, 0.3, second insert 5, and the first one's going to be 0. Enter.
Could you do the, no, you couldn't.
So so write that one down. That's 0.70754. Now what does it say? It says round to 4 decimal places. So that's going to be 0.0754. So we type that in here. 0.0754. Okay? Next one. So what am I going to hit? I'm going to hit second, enter, and now I'm going to type in what? 1. And that's going to be 0.2437. .2437. Next, y'all catching on?
Yes.
So now you hit second function and 2. 0.3280. .3280. Next, 3. .2355. 0.2355. Oh me, this is tedious with this calculator. It's easier when you got a calculator in front of you, not when you're doing it with a mouse. 4.0951. .0951. Second bar, our second enter. 5.0205. 0.0205. And the last one, second bars, our second enter. 6. And that's going to be 0.0018. 0.0018. We got it right. Now let me ask you a question, and you can do this. You know, we know how to do this. All you got to do is read the what? Read the formula. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and do this for you, but we'll go ahead and do part. Okay, I might as well just go ahead and do it. I'm sorry. So let's just go ahead and do it. Make it small. Read the formula. So I got to put X and Y in. That's X and Y basically. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0.0018. And we did this in class. 0.0205. 0.0951. 0.2355. 0.3280. 0.2437. 0.0754. Okay, so what do you do first? What does your formula for the mean say?
Sum of all the
X times what?
probability.
Okay, so we're going to multiply these two together and add them up. So equals this times this. And copy that down. And then add what? Add them all up. I'm trying to do this. Let me just do it this way. There we go. There is your what? Mean. Now what do we need to do? Well, you need to read your formula. Let's read the formula. What does the formula say? What do we need?
The square root of the sum of all the x squared times the probability.
Okay, so we got to take the x squared and multiply it by the probability. We don't have an x squared. So we got to what? We got to make an x squared. So equals x quantity what? Squared. And copy that down. And now we got to take x and multiply it times what? X squared and multiply it by what? The probability. And add that up. And then what do we do with that summation? We subtract the what?
The square.
We subtract the mean squared. So variance is going to be equal to this number minus parentheses this number what? Squared. And I'm just going to raise that to the second power. And that's the variance. Now what is the relationship between the variance and the standard deviation? square root, or the 1/2 power, raised to the 0.5 power. And that should be your answer, so let's type it in. Round to 2 decimal places, 1.36.
That's the mean.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me back up. Where is my mean? Is 2.10, 2.10. And the standard deviation is 1.17. Okay. What do they want now?
Another version.
Another version?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So now they want you to do it by hand. So what is N times P? Well, what is 10%, or what's 10% of 6? 0.6, Hubert. Right. So that would be 0.18, and then, let's see, 0.6, 0.3. So what's 0.21? My decimal may be off, or 0.21 or 2.1. Somebody multiply N6 times 0.35. What do you get? Yeah, I had my decimal off. And now, Q, if P is 0.35, what's Q? 0.65, Hubert. So somebody take 2.1 and multiply it by 0.65. I'll do it. I got people that are not writing a bit of this down, and I got people that are not using the calculator. Y'all must be brilliant. 2.1 times 0.65
It's like 0.73.
is equal to, and then take the square root of that, raised to the 0.5 power, 1.17. I think that's what it is. I did take the square root, didn't I?
You got that on your Google.
I'm sorry, what?
Wasn't that value you got for them?
I guess you should be able to get that, yeah.
That bottom same deviation.
Yeah, but see what they're doing, you're finding it by 2 different methods. One is by using the formula and the probabilities. The other is just using NP and NPQ. So it's kind of, one is kind of like rule of thumb or estimating. The other one is more what? Detailed. They'll show you what, that's a good test question. I'm not going to ask you to graph it, but if you wanted to graph it, what does it say? Draw a graph of the probability. So here we go. You just highlight this, insert, pick whatever graph you want. So it's got a big hump in the front, and then it levels out down here toward the X. So which one looks like that? What levels up? Looks like Bravo. Good gosh.
It's skewed right.
Skewed right. I'm not going to ask you all this on the test. That's ridiculous. All right, is that it?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, so, but is this a good homework question to prepare you for the test?
Yes.
Yes, because if you can do this question, you can pretty much do anything I give you on the test. Capiche? So that's a good question. That question was number 10 on your homework. So make sure you can do number 10 for homework, for those of you that's even doing the homework. I got a good memory. And was this the same one? I don't think this is the same one. Number 12. Nope. Okay, this one is a test question. And first of all, it is a binomial distribution. So I'm not going to, it's going to The trials are independent. Each trial, let's see, there are two mutual outcomes. Either you're late or you're not. Desired number of successes, the probability, trial experience, fixed. That's a list. I think there's 5. I think it's that one, but I may be wrong. I am. I'm just going to hit. Okay, there was only 4. I had the first 4. All right, there you go. Make sure you know those, because they're not going to give you. I'm not going to give you one on the test that's not a binomial distribution. Okay, so make sure you know those 4 things. All right, now, first of all, exactly. So let's draw a number line. We're going to draw a number line, and it says that n, how many flights are there? 25. So that's 25, and that's 0. Why don't we have any negative numbers? There's no negative flights unless you watch The Langoliers. That's a good movie. You ever seen The Langoliers?
No.
By Stephen King? It's a good movie. You
You
can't find it on, I've tried to find it on Fire Stick, I've tried to find it on Netflix and Hulu. It's not on there. You gotta order it. It's a good movie. But they go back in time one day, and there's 2 theories of quantum mechanics. One is you go back, there's somebody there. You go back in time, there's not anybody there. And this one, there's nobody there, and they can't figure out where they are. They're on a plane, and they go back in time. It's a good movie. All right, so you can't have negative flights. 1, 2, 3, 4, ... 24, and 25. So you got all these flights. Find and interpret the exactly. Remember those words? Exactly means that you're going to put 1 dot on a little dot, not a closed circle, not an open circle. Just 16. So that's going to be NP what? 16. So that's going to be, what's N? I mean, N is 25, 0.8, and what?
16.
Now remember me telling you that this was an easy section because you could do everything on the calculator, or very elementary, but you had to be able to read. Okay? All 4 of those are what we went over that first day in chapter 6. Now what does this say? Find and interpret the probability that fewer than. What does fewer than mean? That means 15 or what? So I would use binomial what? CDF or PDF?
CDF.
CDF, because you want to add from 0 to what? 15. So this is PDF, and this is going to be CDF. N is 25, and 0.8, and what? 15. Now some of y'all go ahead and be typing these in. Those of you that have calculators, go ahead and be typing them in. Now what does at least 16 mean?
16.
Okay, so that would be 16 or more, at least 16. So how would you do that? Use the what? Starts with a C. Complement. 1 minus C. What you just got for C, you're going to minus it, because if you draw it on the number line, it makes sense. If you don't draw the number line, you're going to sit there and go, I don't know what they're asking for. Unless you wrote the book or invented the calculator. Find and interpret the probability that between 14 and 16. Now, everybody should be able to do that. What is that? Well, that's 14. What did it say? 14 and 16. There's 14. Let's do this in blue. 14, 14, 15, and 16. So what are we going to do there? You're going to do NP 14 plus NP 15 plus NP what? 16. And that's how you do it. So NP 14 plus NP 15 plus NP 16. Okay, somebody give me 4 decimal places on PDF 25.8 and 16. It's just too much trouble to do it with a mouse and a calculator. I'm sorry. Somebody give me 4 digits.
Point 0, 2, 9, 4.
Thank you for not setting me up. All right, next one. Somebody give me CDF 25.8 and 15.
That's asking for 100 jobs right there. Instead of 25.
Oh, okay, so it'd be 3. This is those stupid questions they ask. I can't stand these questions. Okay, now, is this C? Okay. Somebody do 25 CDF 25.8 and 15. What is it? Okay, I heard .0.
173.
And we feel good about that. What's 100? That'd be 2 flights. Now, somebody take .01, that's .9827.
Yeah, it is.
.9827.
You didn't click it.
And how many flights is that? 98? And somebody do 14 through 16 for me. What do you get? Add them all up and tell me what you get. 4 digits. Still waiting.
Wait, I'm almost done.
Okay.
I think it's .0452.
Somebody else get that?
Yes.
Look there. And how many flights is that? 5? And you feel good about yourself. So you don't have to drive one of those vehicles with the back end squatted down. Or put smokestack on the car or your truck. Question. Next. 7.1, number 5. Is this a homework question?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, write it down because this will be the 3rd or 4th one that you have in your notes. Now that neck headache or whatever just turned into a headache. Damn Russians. Y'all know that Hillary's gonna run again.
Yeah.
She's gonna call everybody. She's done called Tulsi Gabbard a Russian spy, and Jill Stein. Jill Stein is with the Green Party. How could she be a Russian spy? I think Hillary's lost her damn mind. I feel sorry for Bill, bless his heart.
They don't even live together.
I know they don't, it's a joke. He lives with Harvey Weinstein. No, or which one got killed? I'm sorry, which one got murdered? The one in jail? Epstein, yeah. He lives with Epstein. I'll tell you what's going to happen. Creepy Joe is going to implode. And when he implodes, Hillary's going to be the shining knight. She's going to destroy the Democratic Party worse than it's already been destroyed.
Who's Joe?
Creepy Joe.
Oh.
You don't know who Creepy Joe is?
You didn't say his last name.
Don't have to.
Well, apparently.
He's the one that fills up everybody he gets around.
Yeah.
You ready? Okay. So, do we have to find our height? Yes or no? No, because it's already what?
There.
It's already there. There's your height. So all you have to find the probability that the friend is between 25 and 30. So what's that base? What's the difference between 25 and 30? So area is going to be 5 is equal to, I'm sorry, that's what we're finding. To work. Oh. Area is equal to base times height. Area is equal to 5, which is the base, times 1 over 30, which is the what? The height. We did we did 2 or 3 of these in class. So what's 5 over 30?
6.
1/6, which is 0.167. Actually, it's 0.166 repeating, but they probably going to ask you to round it. So it'll probably be 167 or 1667 or whatever they tell you to round it to. Now what do you do? Now it says the area is equal to what? The area is equal to 0.5. So I'm going to do that in red. Area is equal to 0.5. So when they give you an area, that's 0.5000. So that's going to be what? 0.5000 is half, right? And where is half between 0 and 30? 15. So 15 minutes, you're talking about half, and this would be 167. So we've typed that in. And that's 0.167. I think they tell you to round it to 3, don't they?
Yes.
And 15 minutes. And we feel good about ourselves. And that's the homework questions that were sent to me. Now let's go over the test. Course tools, assignment manager. Test. And there is the Unit 3, is it Unit 3 test? We're in Unit 3? I hadn't set it yet, so let me go ahead and set it. Settings for class. Today is Halloween. I appreciate y'all not dressing up, and I appreciate that. Usually when people do that, they hang a sign around their neck that says, "Please look at me. I need attention." So I'm glad y'all didn't do that. And I'll make it last until let's say 31st, we'll go with the 6th. And we will set it to, where is the clock? I don't see the clock.
It's
Where's
right
the
there.
clock?
It is right beside the due date.
No, that's something else. I'm looking for the time.
It was
There it is. Okay, you got 90 minutes and save and assign. So now that it's assigned, let's go back to the homework right quick and let's get that done. So, and that's 6.1, 6.2, 7.1, 7.2. 6.1, 6.2, 7.1, and 7.2. So y'all haven't been able to access the homework?
We have, it's due tonight at midnight, is what mine says.
That says 7:23.
Ours says due tonight, at midnight.
Are you in the right class?
Yeah, you're right.
That's why. I'm sorry, I'm in the coordinator class. Let me go back to the original class.
You gotta read it.
There we go. It's probably already set then. I set it at home. I'm sorry. I thought it looked kind of odd. Let's check it and make sure. 7, okay, yeah, it's due tonight. Good. Okay, now let me look at the test. Test. Okay, Unit 3 test. There it is. 11:4. I think I'll change that. Change it to 11:6. Does that help you out?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I'm a bastard, I know. All right, now let's look at it and see what it looks like. Unit 3, and you'll see that I'm giving you pretty much the homework questions. Okay? Suppose the lifetime of bulbs, blah, blah, blah. What do you do when you see mean and standard deviation? Draw what? Draw a curve, exactly. Does anybody run those copies off yet? No. Okay? And more than this is empirical rule to check and z-score to get the detail because it says round to 4 decimal places. When you see that round to 4 decimal places, that usually means they want you to do z-scores. So that's a z-score question. I'm just going to go through the test and show you that we've gone over these. I think we've done a couple of these in your notes. We just did one of these. So that's in your notes. That one, what's the difference in that previous one and this one? This one's just equal to. So that you only got to do one. That's a gimme. If you miss this one, you don't what? Tell anybody. That's a bonus. That's a bonus. Okay, this is z-score. We did one like this. Whatever day we came last. What's today? Tuesday? Tuesday we came last. We did one like this Tuesday. And it's between 55 and 70. So it's going to be C. You draw your picture. And if your question gives you a picture, you just draw on the monitor, right? No, you don't. You can just sketch it. But it does become a pain having to sketch it because you have to sketch it each time. And if you do it right, you'll do the empirical rule, and if you make a mistake, the empirical rule will catch it. Okay? But some of y'all don't make mistakes, right? Speaking of mistakes, where is he at this morning? Has he quit yet?
He was working on his English paper last night in a tree. He was like doing it on Word, tree, fell on a power line.
And when was it due?
It was the rough draft was due today, so we had to have it today in class. So he was doing it all last night, and he had 900 words, and it all got deleted.
It's called Murphy's what? Murphy's Law. You always want to give yourself at least 24 hours. At least he did give himself this morning to turn it in, right?
Yeah, no, it's like a peer review that we had to do today.
What time today?
Well, we have to bring it into class.
What time's class?
9:35.
Okay, so he did at least give himself the morning, so he did give himself some time. Some of y'all probably doing it right now. Anyway,
I was up to one left.
Bonus. Murphy's Law will always hit whenever you wait until the last what? Minute.
That's why my friend overworks.
I know. That was
It will always happen. But people don't listen to me. Okay? It says determine the required value of the missing probability. Now, what do you do here?
You just
This is critical thinking. This doesn't have anything to do with any formula we did.
Figure out what's left.
Exactly. What's left from complement. Add up all and what's left from one. That's critical thinking. You know, spelling mom backwards, making change, you know, that kind of thing. According to a report, 50.8, so that would be 0.5080, that's your probability, are committed with a firearm. Okay? Not committed by a person, committed by a firearm. I got a question.
It says when.
I know it does. I'm just aggravating. How do people justify driving cars when so many cars kill people? If 300 murders are randomly selected, how many would we expect to be committed with a firearm? 300 times what? 5080 or whatever it comes out to be. Would it be unusual to observe 171 murders by firearm in randomly selected 300 murders? Yes or no? Would it be unusual? Okay. Well, you have to find out. You've got N, P, and X. Okay, so you're going to find the mean and the what? Standard deviation. Find the mean and the standard deviation and draw a what? A bell curve. So this is empirical rule. I'm just going to put the mean here and then plus 1 standard deviation here, plus 2, plus 3. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. And here is normal. And if that's normal, then what is this? Unusual. Which is 0.025 and 0.025, which is 5%, a nickel. So you're going to see. So if the mean, we said 0.508, which is P, NP is 300. What'd y'all say? One what? Half of it's 150, so that'd be what, 151? What is 300 times 0.508?
152.4.
152.4?
Yes, sir.
Now you have to multiply 152.4 times, what's Q? 49.2.492 times 152 and take the square root of that. What is it? 152.4 multiplied by 0.492. Somebody doing it?
Yes.
And now raise that to the 1/2 power. What do you get? It's not that difficult.
I know, but I messed up my calculation.
Well, at least y'all are not on the calculated drill team.
I'm not.
Well, that's good. That's a good thing. if you don't have one. That's a good thing. At least I know you can make a change. Okay, I'll write it down. So 152.4 times 0.492. Somebody check. I think that's the complement of 0.458. And the square root of that. Somebody give me a decimal. What is it?
8.65.
I'm going to say 9, okay? Because I'm not, and I'm going to call this 152. All right, what is 152 plus 9? 161? 161 plus 9 is what? 170. What are they asking for? Is 171 unusual?
Yes.
Yes. So you would say yes because it's greater than 2 standard deviations to the what? Right. Of course, if it said, let's see, what's 152 minus 9? I can't minus worth of crap.
It's 1,
3.
Yeah.
One what, 43?
Yes.
143 be 134 and then 125.
Yes.
Would it be unusual to have 100 deaths?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
very.
But that would be to the what? Left. And one more question. If guns kill people, why did everybody leave the gun show alive?
They were on a good behavior.
Somebody answer that for me. Y'all need to quit driving. Y'all need to quit driving because cars kill people. You've never heard of people getting run over by cars? They get killed. So you need to quit driving.
I mean, you don't really hear people getting run over by a bike and dying.
Huh?
Like a bicycle.
Just listen, I'm going to tell you, in today's society, somebody could get killed by a bike because we got some stupid people walking around. Let me tell you.
Go by what?
A bike.
Getting run over by a bicycle.
It's really not that hard to follow.
It only takes 10 pounds of pressure to break your neck. All right. In sports betting, sports books establish winning margins for a team that is favored to win. An individual can place a wager on the game and win upon betting blah, 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 blah. For example, if a team is favored by 5 points and wins the game by 7 points, then the winner bets. That's called covering the what? Spread for you people that have gambling problems. All right. However, if a team only wins by 3, then you don't what? Win. Okay? You got to cover the spread. In other words, if Hannah plays West Side, and West Side is favored by 2 points. Okay, that's a 2-point spread. If I bet $100 on West Side and they only win by 1 point, do I win $100? No. They have to win by at least 2 points. Everybody with me? Okay, you got to cover the spread. I've never seen this question before. We'll go ahead and say that right now. I've never seen it before, so I don't know where it came from. If Team A only wins by 3 points, suppose that in games, the margin of victory for the favored team is relatively normally distributed up 0 and a standard deviation of what?
11.
Draw a what? Draw a picture. Now see, before you started this question, you were going what?
Oh my God.
Because of all the what?
Words.
And now you get to the most important sentence. 0 points to draw what? So 0, 11, 22, negative 11, negative 22. And then they're asking for 4 decimal places. So that means you're going to have to convert to a z-score. You're already at a z-score. So blah, blah, blah. Okay? Because you don't have, let me just do it. Because some of y'all are already got that look on your face like, what? Huh? I'm not going to use 11.1. I'm just going to use 11. The reason I carry all mine 3 is because this book uses that 0.15. Most books only go to two standard deviations, and they use 2.5 on the outside. They don't carry it through. So that's why I carry it through. So 0, 11, 22, and 33. Thank you. Negative 11, negative 22, negative 33. And they say, what is the probability that the favored team wins by 8 or more points? So 8 or more points. What does or more mean? To the right. So you got to change 8 to a z-score. All right? Because the standard deviation is not 1, it's what? 11. So that's going to be 8. Let's see. 8 minus 0 over 11. Somebody give me that. What is that? That's 8 over 11, which 8 over 10 is 0.8. So it's going to be 0.7 something. What is it?
0.72 would be.
0.72. I just need 2 digits. And you take your handy dandy calculator. What's this arrowhead called? Infinity. So which way do we read? So what is your lower limit going to be? 0.72. What's your upper limit going to be? 9999. So somebody do that. I'm not going to do it. We're going to. What does this say? What is the probability that the favored team loses by 1 point or more? So 1 point would be what? I'm sorry, what?
Right next to the 0.
Right next to the 0. 1 point right there. So that'd be 1 minus 0 over 11, which is going to be equal to 0.09 something. And explain the margin of victory. Does this point spread the accurate? So you need to use your Philadelphia lawyer to understand that.
If they're losing by 1 or more points, would it be on the negative side?
It could be, yes, I'm sorry. Losing, let's see, yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right, because that's what all the words up here is for. So that would be -1, thank you. So it'd be this. You're right.
So it would just be that. Small.
Losing is negative, winning is positive.
Where is this? 4 more.
But that's to the right.
Oh.
So you on each line, you got to the right or to the left. Yes, sir.
Isn't that kind of confusing?
It is confusing.
1 or more, but if it's or more, it would go positive.
Yeah. But you're losing. So losing is on the negative side,
Yeah,
I think. I'll tell you what, we'll wait on that question. I'll tell you what, I'll take that question out because 1, I haven't seen it. This is the first time I've seen it. So we'll do that. We'll do this question, when's we come back? Tuesday? We'll do this question Tuesday. Okay? We come back Tuesday, don't we? Oh God, that's faculty staff work day.
It's election day.
Yeah, we have election day. We have to go to frickin' Pendleton and watch an apple. Don't even get me started. Next, I'll take that one off. Okay, here's one. There's one. Y'all know how to do that one. Less than what? So which one is less than 48? And then you turn 48 into a z-score, or if you got a new calculator, it would be negative infinity, negative 9999 to 48. Now, I've still got a few minutes. I've got 10 minutes, so please don't be rude, okay? Next. Okay, study found, blah, blah, blah. Certain fast, let's see, this is the mean. The mean is 142. And the standard deviation is 24. Okay, this is like the airplane question. Okay? Less than, more than, between 2 and what? 3 minutes? So this is just like the airplane question. I'm trying to get through. So far, I've only seen one question that we haven't been over. We did this one today. Okay, we did that one. We did one like it. A relative frequency represents blah, 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 blah. Determine whether or not the histogram indicates that a normal distribution would be used as a model. I don't think so. Let's look at it. That doesn't look like a normal distribution. That looks skewed what? Left? So whichever one says skewed left. Huh?
It didn't say that.
Well, you gotta use your Philadelphia lawyer in you to decide which one it says. Okay, uniform distribution. We did one like that. And those are 2 bonuses. So what I'll do right now, let me go ahead and hit the record button because y'all fixing to be rude. Hold on.